Good morning, everybody. This is Apba Brian with Apba Baseball Classics and the King of the Hill Tournament, game number 89. You are looking at the current standings of the King of the Hill Tournament. The 63 Dodgers are in first place. Pittsburgh Crawfords in second. 32 Yankees follow them. 63 Orioles are tied for fourth with the 32 Yankees. 67 Red Sox, 1911 New York Giants, and the 51 Giants round out the top 8 in this tournament. The Philadelphia Phillies of 1980 are making their wave. They are 3-0 with a run differential of plus 13. Today they host the 1983 Baltimore Orioles, and with a win today, they will solidify their place in the King of the Hill top 8 standings. This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. Here are today's starting lineups for game number 89. For the Orioles at 1983, Bunbury, Lowenstein, Ripken Jr., Murray, Singleton, Renicky, Dower, Dempsey, and Boddicker. The 83 Orioles are a little bit challenged in the outfield. They're all ones. Lowenstein to 2. Philadelphia Phillies, Smith, Rose, Moreland, Schmidt, Trio, Maddox, Boa, Boone, and Walk. Moreland has played himself into the lineup, replacing Big McBride. He is 3 for 3 in the tournament with 3 doubles and 3 RBIs. Mike Boddicker is starting for the visiting Orioles, and Bob Walk is on the mound for the 1980 Philadelphia Phillies. Bob Walk is a grade C pitcher, Y and W modifiers. Actually, he's a grade 6 pitcher. We're using the Merino boards today. Speedy Al Bunbury comes to the plate, and Bob Watt rolls into the windup. Here is the pitch. 4-3 roll for Bunbury is a ground ball comebacker back to the pitcher Bob Walk, who records the first out with his throw to Eddie Murray. Jack Lowenstein. Lowenstein rolls a 1-2, and that's also a comebacker to Bob Walk. Seems like in the early 80s, every time I turned on TV to watch the late 70s and early 80s, Phillies or Pirates, when Walk was with the Pirates, seemed like he was the starting pitcher of the nationally televised games quite often. Calvin Ripken Jr. comes up and rolls a 6-2, and that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So a very strong start for Bob Walk. The Orioles go down in the first. 0-0 with the Phillies coming to bat. All right, Mike Boddicker is a grade BX pitcher, and 14 is his grade on the Merino boards. Lonnie Smith starts it off for Philadelphia, and he rolls a 4-2. Lonnie Smith hits a ground ball to third base. Renicky is up with it, throws to first. 1 gone. Batter is Pete Rose. Rose rolls a 6-2. Rose gets a called third strike, nicely framed by Rick Dempsey, the catcher. 2 outs. And now here's Moreland. He rolls a 4-2, and that is a ball hit on the ground to Renicky, and the throw to first. 3 outs. We go to the top of the second inning. No score. Switch hitter Eddie Murray will lead off for the Orioles in the top of the second inning. Walk is a right-handed pitcher, so Murray's swinging from the left side. But he's a -4 against right-handed pitchers. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, right-handed. He's a 0 against right-handed pitchers. So Walk will remain a grade 6 pitcher, pitching to Murray. And I just knocked the dice. Murray hits a hot shot on the ground to the shortstop, Larry Boa, to throw to first. 1 out. Brings up Ken Singleton, former Montreal Expo. 61 is another ground out to shortstop Laurie Bow, rinse and repeat, 2 outs. Now Gary Renicky. Renicky rolls a 4-6, and that's hit on the ground to third, so 3 left side ground outs. Bob Walker is retired all 6 O's. We go to the bottom of the second. 0-0. I enjoyed watching Mike Boddicker pitch. He pitched for a year or 2 with the Royals. Here's Mike Schmidt stepping in the box for Philadelphia. He rolls a 2-1, and that's a swing and a miss. Strike 3, Boddicker's first strikeout. Manny Trio rolls a 4-1, and that's a ground ball to shortstop Cal Ripken Jr., one of the taller shortstops in baseball. 2 outs. Gary Maddox. Maddox rolls a 6-3, and it's a fly out to center fielder Al Bunbury. And it's been 6 up and 6 down for Boddicker. We go to the top of the third. 0-0. Dower, Dempsey, and Boddicker are scheduled hitters for the Orioles. And here's a pitch from Bob Walk. 2-6 is a ground ball to shortstop Larry Boa. He's been busy today, 1 out. Rick Dempsey rolls a 1-1 roll, and that's going to break the hitless streak. Next roll is for the second column. 43 is a double for Rick Dempsey, fairly light hitting catcher of the Orioles. All right, Mike Boddicker is the batter. He's got 1 chance to get a base hit. He's going to sacrifice. Boddicker butts the ball to the left side of the pitcher, Bob Walker, who throws to third and nails Dempsey at third. 1-5. Fielder's choice for Boddicker. Failed sacrifice. 2 outs, Al Bunbury. Bunbury rolls a 6-4, and that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. No runs on a hit. 1 left. We go to the bottom of the third. No score. Bottom of the Philadelphia order, Boyle, Boone, and Walk due up. Mike Boddicker completes his warm-up tosses, leans in, gets a sign. There's the windup and the pitch to Larry Boa. Ground ball back to the pitcher, Boddicker. He fields it and throws to first. 1 out. Catcher Bob Boone. Boone rolls a 2-4. That's hit on the ground to third base. Gary Renicky on the play. 2 outs. And now the pitcher, Bob Whirlybird Walk, rolls a 2-2. That's an 8. That pitch is lifted into the air on the left side. Jack Lowenstein's under it, makes the catch. Mike Boddicker has retired everybody he's faced. No score. Jack Lowenstein, 281 hitter for the Orioles in 1983, will lead off for Baltimore. This game being played in Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Here's a pitch to Lowenstein. 5-2 is a ground ball to third. Schmitz up with it, throws to Rose at first. 1 out. Cal Ripken Jr. rolls a 5-1. Ripken hits a blooper to left, and it's going to settle in for a base hit. Lonnie Smith recovers it, gets it back into the infield. Second hit for the Orioles, 1-on-1, 1 out. Eddie Murray comes to bat. Murray rolls a 3-1. That's a 9 on a 6. That's going to be a base hit. Ripken holds at second. Orioles have the first threat in the game, first and second. Actually, they had a runner in scoring position in the third inning. First and second, 1 out. Here's Ken Singleton. Singleton rolls a 1-4. That's a fly out to left fielder Lonnie Smith. So 2 outs. It's going to be up to Gary Renicky, 260 hitter in 83. Renicky rolls a 3-4, and that's a fly ball center field. Gary Maddox, fine center fielder for the Phillies, is under it, makes the catch. No runs on 2 hits, 2 left. Bottom of the fourth, still no score. Mike Boddicker was perfect through the order the first time. Now the second time through the order, Lonnie Smith steps into the box for Philadelphia. Smith rolls a 4-4. That's an 8, -3 plus 14, 8 on 17 column. That's a base hit just by 1 square. First hit for the Phillies. Got a fast man at first. After the adjustments, Smith is a B26 stealing, so 11 through 52. He'll be safe should he decide to go. And he decides to go. 42 is the roll, and he slides in safely with a stolen base. It's Lonnie Smith's second successful steal in this project. Pete Rose is the batter. He rolls a 2-3. Rose hits a ground ball to Rich Dower, who secures it and throws to first. Lonnie Smith goes to third. 1 out, he's 90 feet away. Orioles will play the infield in. Here's Keith Moreland. Grounded out to third his first time up. Moreland rolls a 5-4. That's a fly ball to Keith Moreland in right field. We have to see how deep the ball's hit. Pretty deep. Let's see, 55 on the depth. Add the speed, gets up to 73, so you can't have a strong enough arm to stop that. Sacrifice fly for Keith Moreland. That's his 4th RBI. And Lonnie Smith scores the game's first run. It's 1-0 Philadelphia on the sac fly. Here's Mike Schmidt. Schmidt lifts a fly ball to center field. Al Bunbury's under it and makes the catch. Phillies get 1 run on 1 hit. Nobody left. Top of the 5th inning, 1-0 Philadelphia. All right, drop the dice, duck. Dice are flying all over the studio. Sometimes I like to roll my games with 6 dice and read them in color order. 3-1 roll to Rich Dower, who leads off for the Orioles in the top of the 5th inning. That's a base on balls. Dower takes first. Average speed. G20 stealing. He's not going to be going. Catcher Rick Dempsey, the 8th place hitter, rolls a 3-3 roll. Line drive up the middle of the center field. Dower will round second and go to third. Orioles are challenging first and third with nobody out. Phillies will play the infield back for pitcher Mike Boddicker. He rolls a 3-4, and that's going to be a fly ball to center field. Let's see how deep it is. It is, let's see, Maddox is fielding column 1 in center field for Philadelphia. 38 is the depth. Dower's speed is 45 at runner at third, and the arm of Maddox is 32, so that leaves a difference of 13. His chances to score are only 11 through 31, less than half a chance, and that's only 1 out, so he's not going to test it. Philly's going to be playing back, looking for a double play here. Here's the pitch to Bunbury, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs. Al Bunbury has struck out 2 out of 3 times today. Jack Lowenstein's the batter. Lowenstein rolls a 1-5, which is an 8. -1 against right-handers, 8 on the 7 column. Line drive to left field, hit the other way. The Lowenstein can't get it. Base hit. Make that Lonnie Smith can't get it. Rich Dower scores, and Rick Dempsey goes to third, first and third. Orioles with 2 outs. RBI for Jack Lowenstein. 1-1's the score. Cal Ripken rolls a 4-3, and that's a 29. Hit back to pitcher Bob Walk to throw to first. That's the 3rd out. 1 run on 2 hits. Halfway through, it's the Orioles 1 and the Phillies 1. All right, Phillies trying to win their 4th game in a row. Boddicker is not making it easy for him. 1-1 tie in the 5th inning. Manny Trio steps into the box. Trio hits a fly ball to right field. Ken Singleton is there and makes the catch. 1 out. There's the center fielder, Gary Maddox. Ground ball to third base. Renicky with the throw to Murray at first, 2 outs. Shortstop Larry Boa rolls a 4-4. That's at 8 against 8 on column 15. Base hit for Gary Manick, or Larry Boa. There goes Boa. Bob Boone's the bat. That bat and the throw is missed at second and skips into center field. Error on Rick Dempsey, so give Larry Boa a stolen base. E2 puts him on third with 2 outs. Bob Boone will get an intentional pass. First and third. Here's the pitcher, Bob Walk. Walk hits it on the ground to second base. Dower goes to Murray at first. That's the end of the inning. No runs on a hit, 2 left. Top of the 6th, we're in a 1-1 tie. All right, Eddie Murray leads off the 6th inning. He is a switch hitter, led the Orioles in home runs with 33. There's the pitch from Bob Walk to Eddie Murray. 4-2 is a base on balls. Did he steal bases? Let's see. He's rated G32. Success number is great, but the G has to be 2 out, game within a run, 8th inning or later. So he's not going. Ken Singleton's a batter. He rolls a 2-3. Fly ball to the left side. Lonnie Smith is under it, makes the catch. 1 out. There's Gary Renicky. 5-2 is a ground ball to third base. Schmidt's the fielding column 1, and fielding column 1's going to turn that into a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. Bottom of the 6th, we're in a 1-1 tie. We're seeing a lot of pitching and defense in this game. It's a tight game. Lonnie Smith leads off for the Phillies in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-2 is a ground ball to second base. Rich Dower throws out Lonnie Smith. Smith is 1 for 3 on the day. Pete Rose comes to bat and rolls a ground ball to second base. Rinse and repeat. 2 outs, and Pete Rose is 0 for 3. Here's Keith Moreland. Moreland rolls a 5-5 roll, and that's a base hit for Keith Moreland. That single makes him 4 for 5 in the tournament. Mike Schmidt, 48 homers in 1980, comes to bat. Let's see, he won the 4th dice. That's a 1-2 roll and the ground ball to second base. So three ground outs and a single, all to second base. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Still tied at 1. All right, Bob Walker is rated to pitch to 24 batters. He has pitched to 24 batters, so now he's at his fatigue point. 3 bad things. His grade will go down 5 numbers from a 6 to a 1. Rich Dower, the bottom of the Oriole order, leads off. 6-1 is a ground ball to shortstop Larry Boa. Throw to Pete Rose at first. Dower's out. Rick Dempsey rolls a 3-6. That's a ground out to third base. 2 outs. Now the pitcher, Mike Boddicker, pops it up behind home plate. Bob Boone is under it and makes the catch. 3 up and 3 down in the Orioles 7th. 7th inning stretch time. It's Baltimore 1 and Philadelphia 1. All right, Manny Trio leads off for Philadelphia. He could swing it, 292 hitter in 1980. So far, the Phillies have only 3 hits off Mike Boddicker, and Boddicker has only walked 1 batter. All right, 3-5 roll to Manny Trio is a 9 against a 16. That's a leadoff single for Manny Trio. This is the fatigue inning for Mike Boddicker, 7th inning. You don't have the number of batters pitched to there, so 3 bad things happen from the 7th inning on for Boddicker. and his grade will go down 5 points. I think I'll make that 3 bad things happen in the 6th inning on once we get to probably the 2000s. That's a home rule. All right, F28 stealing. F will keep him from going. Gary Maddox is the batter. All right, hit run play is on, and 6-5 is a swing and a miss. Throw to second, say 4-4. He is safe, 11 through 52. He'd be safe, stolen base for Manny Trio. Trio's at second with nobody out. Maddox is still up. Next roll is a 5-4, and that's a fly out to right field. Singleton on the catch. The runner tags and goes to third. All right, Larry Bowa is the batter. He's 1 for 2 on the day, hitting 300 in the project. Bowa lifts a fly ball to center field. Bunbury's under it. It makes the catch. We're going to see how deep that is with the runner on third. 51 is the depth. 40 is the chance to score, and so they can't throw him out. Tag up for Trio, and he scores on the sacrifice fly to center field. RBI for Larry Bowa makes it score Phillies 2 and the Orioles 1. 2 outs, and let's see, Bob Boone is the batter. Boone gets a 6-6 roll, and we'll need another dice roll for the second column. 5-4 is just a single. 7 will put Boone at first base. Here's the pitcher, Bob Walk. And that's 3 bad things that happen to Boddicker. He becomes a grade 9 pitcher. He's going to stay in, see if he can get the pitcher Walk. 5-1's a 42. Kerplunk. Boddicker hits the pitcher. Timeout. All right, Earl Weaver is going to go for a new pitcher, and that's going to be Sammy Stewart, using his relief grade, grade B. He is an 11 pitcher in relief, Y and W modifiers. Lonnie Smith, hitter for the Phillies, 2 outs and 2 on. 5-3 is a 15, and Lonnie Smith is hit by the pitch ball. Orioles are getting personal here. Bases loaded. For Pete Rose, Rose has got a chance to knock a hole in this game. Phillies are only up by 1 here in the 7th inning. Here's the pitch to Pete Rose, and that's a 6-6 roll. Rose hits it into the alley, and he is going to be able to run. He will get all the way to third with a bases clearing triple. And boy, does that change the nature of this game. Pete Rose gets a 3 RBI triple. The score is now Phillies 5 and the Orioles 1. Brings up the red hot Keith Moreland. Here's the pitch to Moreland. 2-3 is a ground ball to second base. 8 Phillies come to the plate. They get 4 runs on 3 hits, 2 hit batters. We go to the 8th, 5-1 Philadelphia. All right, top of the 8th inning for Baltimore, and suddenly they have a ton of work to do. They're looking at a 4-run deficit. Al Bunbury is the batter. Here's the pitch from Bob Walk. 2-6 is a ground ball to third base. Mike Schmidt throws out the speedy Al Bunbury. Jack Lowenstein rolls a 4-2, and that's a base on balls. Cal Ripken Jr. is the batter. 2-5. 8 on the 7 columns, a base hit with Lowenstein going to second base. First and second, 1 out Baltimore. All right, Philadelphia is going to make a change here. That's it for Bob Walker. Goes 7 1/3 innings. Gives up 1 run. He's responsible for these 2. Dickney Knowles is a new pitcher, a graded C pitcher. He is a 8 on relief. Y strikeout modifier. Eddie Murray, switch hitter, comes to bat. Murray gets a play result 9 on column 8. That's a ground ball to second base. Excuse me, it's an infield pop-up. And that's taken by Manny Trio. 2 outs, it's up to Ken Singleton. And Singleton gets a 3-3 roll. That's a hit column roll for Singleton. Next roll is 41, and it's an 8. With 2 outs, Lowenstein will score. And Cal Ripken Jr. goes to third. RBI for Ken Singleton. It's 5-2. That run charged to the starter, Bob Walk. Now Knowles will face Renicky. I think we need another dice roll. First and third, 2 gone. 6-6 rolls a drive by Renicky. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. We got a new ball game. Ripken scores, Singleton scores, and they meet Renicky at home plate. That's Baltimore. That's the Baltimore way, the 3-run home run. Rich Dower with 2 outs. 2-6 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Fielded by Larry Boa, the throw to first for the 3rd out. But the Orioles score 4 runs on 3 hits. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Tied 5-5. Well, I thought the Phillies had this game well in hand with a 4-run lead late in the game. What Yogi Berra says, it ain't over till it's over. Here is Stewart back on the mound, pitching to Mike Schmidt. This is his fatigue inning, 2nd inning of work for a reliever. Schmidt rolls a 46, and that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. 1 out. Manny Trio rolls a 6-5, pop out to the catcher, 2 outs. And center fielder Gary Maddox rolls a 3-5, which is a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Sammy Stewart comes back with a strong 8th inning. We go to the 9th, it's a 5-5 tie. All right, Philadelphia's going to go right to their closer to pitch the 9th inning. That's Tug McGraw. He is a grade 23 pitcher, AC. X and Z modifiers. Let's see, hitting for Baltimore will be the 8th place hitter, Rick Dempsey. Pitch hitter for the pitcher, Dan Ford, comes out on deck. And then top of the order, Al Bunbury. Tug McGraw's pitch to Rick Dempsey is a 2-4, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Here's the pinch hitter, Disco Dan Ford. Rolls a 3-6. Ground ball to third base. Mike Schmidt throws out Ford. Top of the order. And Al Bunbury. Bunbury rolls a 4-5, and that's going to be a base on balls. The Bumblebee takes first. E27 stealing. There he goes. And let's see, the roll is a 6-5. He is cut down. Caught stealing Bob Boone to Larry Boa. That ends the inning. Bottom of the 9th, 5-5 tie. All right, Larry Boa, Bob Boone will be the scheduled hitters in the bottom of the 9th for Philadelphia. Greg Luzinski is going to the bat rack, and he's got his helmet on. In the hole, he'll hit for the pitcher. New pitcher for the Orioles is Tippy Martinez. He's their closer, 21 saves. Grade A pitcher, so 17, and XY strikeout modifiers. Roll tied 5-5. Larry Boa rolls a ground ball to third base. Kicked by Renicky. Boa is on E5. Costly error by the Orioles. All right, Philadelphia's going to make some changes. They're going to pitch hit for Bob Boone. Boone's having a good project, but he's still a 229 hitter. Ramon Aviles will pinch hit for Bob Boone. And then I'll have Del Unser go in and play outfield, and Keith Moreland will move to catcher if we go to the 10th inning. Martinez pitches to Aviles. 1-3 roll is a 14. Aviles works a walk. No outs, Phillies have first and second. Here's pitch hitter Greg the Bull Luzinski. Maybe. Let me think about that. No, it's going to be pitcher Ron Reed, and he'll go up there and try to sacrifice. Runners on first and second. And let's see. And he gets the bunt down to the left side. Pitcher picks it up, throws the first. Successful sacrifice. 1-4. And the runners move up to second and third with 1 out. If we go in the 10th inning, Ron Reed will stay in and pitch the 10th inning. Lonnie Smith comes up, 339 hitter. Does Martinez pitch to Smith? We don't have the left-right splits here. He's going to walk Smith intentionally. Bases full, 1 down for who else but Peter Edward Rose, who got a bases-clearing triple to put Philadelphia up 5-1 his last time up. Infield's playing back for the double play. Martinez working from the stretch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Ripken steps on second, throws to first for the inning-ending double play. And the Phillies don't score. We go to extras. 5-5 tie. All right, so the defensive changes I mentioned are into effect. Del Unser goes to right field, and Keith Moreland takes on the tools of ignorance. He'll be the catcher. Cal Ripken Jr. leads off for the Orioles. Top of the 10th inning. See if the Orioles can throw the Phillies off the top of the hill. 5-3 roll for Cal Ripken Jr. is a 18. If you only call him 1, that's a base hit for, shouldn't be Ripken Jr. I don't know why we got him up first. It should be Lowenstein. He was up the bat when the base runner was caught stealing in the ninth. So, let's see, 5-3 is a 17. And that's a fly out to right field. 1 out. Now Cal Ripken comes up. 1-6 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Eddie Murray rolls a 2-5, which is a play result of 8 against Ron Reed, who is a 6 pitcher. Base hit for Eddie Murray. Murray is 2 for 4 on the day. Brings up Ken Singleton. And Singleton rolls a 4-1. That's going to be a ground out to shortstop. Bottom of the 10th, 5-5 tie. All right, fourth Oriole pitcher is going to be Jim Palmer. Grade C, Z modifier. His number is a grade 5. And he'll be facing a tough part of the Phillies order, Moreland, Schmidt, and Trio. Here's the pitch to Keith Moreland. 3-5 is a 9. Pop up to second baseman, Rich Dower, 1 down. Mike Schmidt rolls a 3-3 roll. That's a hit column roll. The next one's 5-3, a double for Mike Schmidt. All right, Phillies are threatening here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Brings up Manny Trio. Trio rolls a 5-2. Ground ball to Renicky. Checks the runner at second, throws the first. 2 outs. Schmidt holds at second. And it's up to Gary Maddox. Maddox rolls a 3-6. And that is a pop-up on the infield. Taking charge is Cal Ripken Jr., and he makes the catch. We go to the 11th inning, still tied at 5. Right reliever Ron Reed stays out there. This will be his fatigue inning. He's pitching to Renicky, Dower, and Dempsey in the 11th. 1-3 roll is a base on balls to Ron Renicky. Rich Dower is the batter, and he's got 331s on his card. Makes him a good candidate to hit and run. We'll start the runner. And the roll is a 2-5, which is a 9. But for C pitchers to go to 26 on the results chart, bouncing ball hits slowly to second. Flip to first base for the out. Runner goes to second. Here's Rick Dempsey, who's 2 for 4 on the day. Rick Dempsey has a ground ball to Manny Trio at second base. Trio throws him out, and the base runner goes to third. There's 2 outs. All right, the Orioles will pitch hit for the pitcher Palmer. That's Jim Dwyer, who rolls a 1-3. That's a base on balls. First and third, Orioles. Top of the order. And Al Bunbury. Need a new dice roll here. Pitch to Bunbury is a 3-5, which is a 14. That's another walk. That makes Reed a deep pitcher, so Earl Weaver's going to go get him and bring in Sparky Lyle. Lyle is a grade 6 pitcher, but he'll get +5 because of the same sidedness with Lowenstein. Makes him an 11 pitcher. So here we go, bases loaded. Can Jack Lowenstein put a quarter in a merry-go-round? Here's the pitch from Sparky Lyle. 5-4 is a fly ball to right field, taken by Del Unser, who just came into the game. That's a third out. Orioles leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the 11th, 5-5 tie. All right, these bullpens are getting a little thin. New pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles is going to be Dennis Martinez. He's a grade D pitcher with no modifiers. It's a 3 grade. On the Marino boards, and Larry Boa leads off for Philadelphia. Let's get all the dice in the stadium. All right, 6-3 roll to Larry Boa is a fly ball to center field, caught by Al Bunbury. All right, I had accidentally had my camera off. Del Unser batted and rolled out to the pitcher, and now Sparky Lyle has struck out, so 3 up and 3 down for the Phils. In the 11th inning, we go to the 12th. 5-5 tie. Sparky Lyle will be pitching to Cal Ripken Jr., Eddie Murray, and Tim Singleton, the heart of the Baltimore order, in the 12th inning. Base on balls to Cal Ripken Jr. Eddie Murray rolls a 2-2 roll, and that's going to be a hit column roll. 5-1 in the second column is a 2, and that's a triple. Orioles go up on top 6-5. Philadelphia will play the infield in. Let's see, allow pitching to Ken Singleton. That's a 5-1. That's a 9. 9 on the 10 column is a fly ball to right field. We'll have to see how deep. Medium depth. Hudson Wright's got a pretty good arm, 33, and it's going to reduce the number to 9 plus the speed of Eddie Murray. So 9 plus 12 is 21. 11 through 43, he could score. Let's try it. 43 is safe. It was close, But Murray gets in under the tag. Sacrifice fly and RBI for Singleton. 7-5 Baltimore. All right, Gary Renicky comes to bat. He rolls a 2-3, and that's a ground out to second base. 4-3. 2 outs. And now Rich Dower. And that's a single for Rich Dower. Rick Dempsey, the batter, 32, is a ground out to second base. That ends the inning. But they score 2. In the 12th, Baltimore 7 and Philadelphia 5. All right, Dennis Martinez comes back for his second inning of relief, but he is a rated starter, so no fatigue point worries here. Lonnie Smith will hit for the Phillies, followed by Pete Rose and Keith Moreland. Phillies are down by 2. They need to score at least 2 to stay in contention, staying on top of the hill. Smith rolls a fly ball to left field. Jack Lowenstein is under it and makes the catch. 1 away. There's Pete Rose. Rose rolls a 2-3, ground ball to second base, picked up by Rich Dower to throw to Eddie Murray. Orioles are 1 out away from becoming the king of the hill. They have to get through the red-hot Keith Moreland. Moreland rolls a 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for Moreland. 2-6 is a double. That is his 4th double in this project. And Keith Moreland is 5 for 7 in the project. He's in scoring position for Mike Schmidt. Martinez gets his sign. Here's the stretch and the pitch to Schmidt. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's the ball game. Final score, the Baltimore Orioles 7 and the Philadelphia Phillies 5. We'll be back with the line score. Well, we say goodbye to the Philadelphia Phillies, but they put on quite a show. New Kings of the Hill are the 1983 Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles scored 7 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors. 1980 Phillies scored 5 runs on 8 hits and they committed no errors. Let's see, Dennis Martinez is the winning pitcher, and the loser is Sparky Lyle. Next up, the 1983 Baltimore Orioles will go to their home stadium in Baltimore, and they're going to host the 1984 Detroit Tigers. Thank you for tuning this in and following the tournament. Have a good day, and may God bless.